have that connection. You know, so to me, those are the little things that I took from there that I was like, I need to get better at these things, right?
Natural dogmanship.
Yep.
Natural stuff, you know, and
Glesia,
that's the
dito.
thing, like we both are
Oo,
sport
oo,
trainers
dito.
as well as,
Please.
you know, we do the pet training, we do a lot of stuff, but at the end of the day, like just that old school natural, we're living with the dogs, that's actually what I was really interested in the beginning, you know, and I'd have 4 or 5 dogs together, and that's as big as I ever got. I never really had more than that because I just didn't want to live with that many dogs, but you know, it was definitely a vibe. You know, you're going on a hike with 4 dogs.
Yeah.
That's a vibe, man.
Yeah,
like it's a feeling that's not like even 2 dogs, even 3 dogs. You've got 4 or 5 now. It's like a pack.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's a vibe. I like it.
For sure. Yeah, and but even like like when I go tracking, when I have my dog, I'll set up my track, I'll run my track, and then after we just kind of hang out at this field. And like even that for me was like, man, like this is actually like pretty cool. Like watching him kind of smelling all kinds of stuff, coming back, like kind of wanting me to pet him, like you know what I mean? Like having just that connection to me is like, I like that. You know what I'm saying?
You lose it.
Yeah, and you could lose it, especially if you get stuck trying to like achieve. Like I want to be looked at as this person. I want this recognition. I want people to see me as, you know, and it's all the ego that, you know, that's how you want. And at the end of the day, it's like, that's not even what it's about. And the funny thing is that when you put that aside and you start really focusing on training and just spending time with the dog and everything, it happens.
Yeah.
Like that stuff comes with that, you know?
Yeah, well, I think it's, you know, people, it's one of those things that like a lot of like professional dog trainers on social media love to hate on this guy. And for me, I don't tolerate it. I don't think it's acceptable. Like, number one, whether you agree with his methodology or not, you can agree that he's accomplished more than you probably ever will accomplish. He's probably the most famous, no, he is the most famous dog trainer in the world.
Have you seen the stadiums that fill up? He fills up like big arenas, bro.
Yeah. And he put dog training on the map.
Yep.
And he's the reason why there's many people, probably including me and you, training dogs now. So and the dude's a straight up G.
Yeah, man. He's a good. I would say he's a good human, man.
I got that vibe, just like obviously I don't know him, but like just like watching him, the things he would say, the way he would comport himself.
Yeah.
I would assume he's a good person. And like I said, a lot of the people that are criticizing him, you know, they're not handling those dogs with no tools. You know, and I don't like disrespect like that.
Nah, bro.
I really don't.
Yeah, when I posted that thing, I got a bunch of I got like more than a few people. Like I saw people tagging me on comments like, oh, this guy that I looked up to, like now, you know, vouch for Caesar, and I'm just like,
well, I vouch for Caesar. I like Caesar. I respect him. If you don't like that, you can fuck right off. How about
I
that?
agree.
Yeah.
Same here. I don't give a shit. I don't give 2 shits. If you don't like Caesar or whatever, if you don't like Caesar, you could unfollow me too. I don't give a shit.
Right now.
So, anyways.
Yeah. Anyways, so one thing that we've really seen in this seminar, and one thing that we really seem to align on is engagement in training. Right? Like, and what people think of as engagement, I find most people perceive bribery as engagement. Like, I'll just keep giving him lots of food and clicking every time he looks at me, and that's engagement. That is not engagement.
Nah.
Engagement is like, in my opinion, it's arousal. It's real arousal. It's frantic, almost a frantic desperation to engage with you. It's like the way for people that are involved in bite sports, I look at it the same way. The way your dog is on the helper, the way your dog is on the decoy, engaged, active, right forward. You should be like that for you and your demons.
1000%. Yeah, I agree. I think that is the main ingredient, and we've touched on it a lot this weekend. It is
the base makeup, your lighting, and your costume. As a cosplay content creator, it all starts. So it's that foundation and preparation that make every transformation of mine look smooth, flawless, and stand up. And it's actually the same with hair care.
I realized I used to focus more on the strands.
That's why
nowadays.
Glesia.
You know, you could have your dog follow that $100 bill around everywhere. That being disappeared, it's not there anymore. You know what I'm saying? And so that is for sure the main focus for me is like engagement, activation, that's what I want in my dog at all times.
When I watch trials, I'll see guys and girls go up and they'll have really good training and they'll have some pieces of their dog's training better than mine, right? And I'll be like, oh, that's pretty nice. Or I'll have seen them in training and I'll know it's nice. But when the wheels fall off, it's because they lack engagement. Almost always. Like I would say like 80 to 90% of the time when the wheels fall off, it's a lack of engagement.
Yeah, and then I think like we saw it a couple times this weekend. Like you'll see that they lose the dog, and they're like they almost start panicking. And they're like, come on, look at me again, and they start like feeding it again. And so the dog learns right away, like, well, I'm gonna look away because I know you're gonna start, calling me back so you can start paying me. That is not what engagement is.
No.
Engagement is you make this happen. You make me produce the reward. But there's not the other way. It's a one-way engagement. You make this thing come out at some point. And one thing that I like about what you were talking about is like the reward could be just a chase game. It could be a bunch of different things. And I think that a lot of people don't take that into consideration. They think that the delivery of one piece of food or the piece of food is what is gonna make that. And it's not.
No, and that if that's your game, you're probably not going to do very well unless it's a very specific type of dog. But I'm a big thing. The biggest thing we see, like we got 15, 16 working spots here between the two of us, and like 85% of the dogs, that's what they need. Like they have, a lot of them already have some good mechanical training. And when I speak about mechanical training, just to be clear, I mean like the dog knows how to follow, or the dog understands what basic behaviors are, heeling, sit, down, whatever it is. But and that's what I call term mechanical training. But the dog misses the engagement. Unless the handler engages the dog will not.
Yeah, it's like that main ingredient. It's like having a car with a really nice engine or very nice paint, but then it doesn't have an ignition. It does not go. It does not move. That's what happens, man. It happened to me in trial. I learned the hard way.
Oh,
like
me too.
I literally trialed and I did not have the same dog.
You know what though? I cheated the first time I trialed. I had a Malinois.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
That's cheating these days.
It is.
I've heard that a couple of times.
Wait, don't you handle Malinois?
Yeah.
No, I had a Malinois, and he was just, I didn't know anything about engagement. He was just very much like, I would say if it was that head would snap up and he would just be engaged. Like, he brought it on his own, really. Like, I can't take credit for it. Like,
I'm sure you were doing a couple of things back then.
Not intentionally.
Not intentionally.
Yes.
Yeah. And I think we do that a lot. And sometimes, like, even through conflict, it creates more like engagement sometimes, It's weird, but it does happen sometimes with certain dogs.
Yeah. No, and hey, we jumping back to that, like, reward, I think it's interesting because we're talking, like, most people think of, like, food or a toy as reward. And for me, like I said, like I have multiple rewards, and I'm sure you do too, like the chase, the barking, whatever. Like my IGP dog, he likes to bark. He's a barker. He loves it. He's a little bit reactive. Like I find the dogs that have a little more of a reactive side, they do like to open it, and if you can open it in the right way, then reinforce it, the dog brings that power that they have that's naturally there into the obedience, and you can show.
There's a reason why German Shepherds are so dog reactive. They love to bark. They love to hear themselves bark.
I sell the German Shepherd puppies. You were like, oh, he's barking at other dogs. What should I do? Should I use the collar? I'm like, no. Please don't do that.
You're gonna make it worse.
Yeah, no, it's natural. Don't worry. Just keep it.
That's hilarious. But yeah, German Shepherds. I mean, they enjoy barking. Malinois, once you teach them how to bark, that's going to create that, that reward to at some point come out.
And they like it.
And they enjoy it.
Yeah.
They enjoy it. They end up liking it. And you do it, I do it. Where we're healing, we pop them out of the position. We ask for some barking. That's a reward in itself. They come back into the heel, and it's just the power just keeps going up and up and up.
Yeah. But please, please. Glesia. No. Please. Please.
I don't think there's another way, and it's fun.
Glesia.
It's a fun way to train. Like you're just trying to ride that line. Like you're pushing your dog up to that line of. We're talking with people. People are like, well, what if he bites me or what if he jumps on me? We're like, listen, you don't have to push your dog that high. You still need engagement. You need the dog active. But me and you are pretty sure. Like I have had my dogs make contact with me
Yeah.
in that before, and I say, hey, bro,
Don't do it.
that don't do it.